Hello friends, and welcome back to another episode in our Frosty DLC Let's Play series. Since we finished our locavore, now we're gonna pretty much be working on sustaining our base in this frosty environment. And I have a plan. The first thing we're gonna do is we are going to ramp up our oxalate production via the alveolar vera plants. Say that 5 times fast. And the way we're gonna distribute that across our base is gonna be with a rail network I've set up right here. And as you can see, it's already starting to fill up, and this oxalate is putting off oxygen. It's not ideal just quite yet, but we're gonna get there. I'm probably going to turn this back on just for a little bit longer, so we'll enable auto bottle. I reset this just a little bit, and I think we're going to go something like, I don't know, like 30%. We'll do 30%, and then we'll do like 5% because that's when we want this to cut back on. We don't want this to be super high priority. Anyway, we have our gas masks down here, our oxygen masks. And this pump is going to be taking care of them, and the only time it's going to be taking care of them is when they need oxygen. And as you can see, we have oxalate starting to back up on this line, which is exactly what we're going to want. Now, the plan here is that we need to, well, first off, we are going to hit our carnivore fairly quick. We're only 20,000 away, and we have almost 20,000 calories of barbecue. So about in the next 2.5 cycles, we are going to be hitting our carnivore. So that's going to be taken care of. The only other one that we're going to have to be careful about is getting super sustainable. So we're going to be limited to our manual generators and our hydrogen generators for a little bit longer. Actually, let's just bring this down to like, I don't know, 20? We really don't want a lot of water in here. And you should not be idling in here. This is not an idle spot. What are you doing? Get out of this room. Well, you guys need more to do, don't you? Okay, well, we'll just give you some stuff to do. How about that? Let's see here. What are we going to want them to do? We're going to need to come up here. You know what? We'll just go ahead, and this is going to be really sloppy. Let's see here. We're going to need a telescope up here, and I think this will do. And we're just gonna be real sloppy about this. We're just gonna, I don't know, do something like this, and we'll put ourselves a battery on it, and we'll put ourselves a manual generator, and they're just gonna have to come out here and deal with it. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But we do need to uncover a little bit of our star map because we're probably going to want to get into our carbon dioxide rocket and come to a nearby planet because we're going to want to get some steel fairly quickly because in our last episode, we uncovered our geothermal heat pump, and apparently we need to deliver 1,200 kilograms of steel. So that's something we're working on. Oh, and we also discovered a pip down here, and that could come in handy later. And look, wouldn't you know, the pip laid an egg. Anyway, I ran some numbers, and we have 9 duplicates, which is going to require 9,000 calories per cycle. Yes, we've already reached the surface. We knew that. I think what we're going to want to do is we're going to sustain them with meat, and we're not going to want to warm this base up too much. So I think what we'll do is the behemoths produce the behemoth patties, and the patties can be crushed into phosphorite. And phosphorite is what is needed for the pike apple bushes. These guys eat the pike apple bushes, so we can get some wood here. Now, I have seen some things on YouTube about using the antlers here in the ethanol distillery to make ethanol to basically make these sustainable. However, in the meantime, my primary goal is to try to keep this base cold. I don't know how it's going to work out with the alveolar veras because the problem here is that we're not producing. Okay, so 9 dupes need roughly 50 alveolar vera plants without the farmer's touch, but these will need a whopping 100,000 micrograms per second of carbon dioxide, and we just can't produce that. The dupes are producing around 18,000 milligrams, and the wood heaters are producing around 12,000, which still leaves us with a deficit of 70,000. 70,000 micrograms of carbon dioxide per cycle that we need to produce. And as you can see, they're just soaking it up pretty much as soon as it gets down here. We're gonna have a bit of an oxygen shortage if we don't continue to run this makeshift spawn. So that's gonna be a problem. I'm not sure how I'm gonna deal with it just yet because we would just put down like a wood burner or something and that would just take care of it. You know, we could produce a lot more carbon dioxide However, we can't do that because of our super sustainable achievement. And we could just spam down a bunch of wood heaters, but if they're producing 4,000 a piece and we need 70,000, I mean, wow, that's like 20? And each one of them is putting out an insane amount of heat. And I'm pretty sure that that would heat our base up really fast. So I don't think that's a good idea. So in the meantime, we're just gonna kind of play this by ear. We're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna hope that these surrounding tiles will keep us cool for just a little bit longer. And so I did the math here on how much meat we're gonna need to continue sustaining this colony. And we're gonna need, oh, our research is complete. I think we had a couple of things in the research tab that we were not finished with. I think there was one more thing. Okay, yes, the thermal aqua tuner. We're gonna finish that. Anyway, we can try it this way. We may have to go the plant route. Actually, that might be the way to go. So let's look at the pike apple bushes. Pike apple bushes. Let's see what we have with these guys. What do they need? They need phosphorite, 5 kilograms a cycle. These guys produce a Mammoth patty, right? Let's see what their production is. 30 kilograms a cycle. 30 kilograms can make 32 kilograms. So 32 kilograms per cycle per Mammoth. We have to, that's going to be 64 kilograms per cycle. These pike apple bushes require 5, so that's 25 per cycle. So in all honesty, that's not sustainable either. So the question is, what do we do here? I'm not sure, but I think that's I think we should probably look at our skills and make sure that whoever our farmers are, who is our farmer here? Do we have any farmers? That's the question. I don't think we have anybody that's super specialized in farming. However, we'll go to priorities and we'll look at farming. And we'll see who has the most skill here. We'll put you a little bit up in there. Yeah, okay, we can do that. All right, Hector, yeah, we're gonna put you up just a little bit more, just like that. I love how this is starting to back up quite a bit. I think at some point we might put some rails into these rooms. The only thing that I have a problem with is that if we put a rail underneath these airflow tiles, when the carbon dioxide passes through it, if the oxalate off gases, it has a chance to delete these small packets of carbon dioxide. And that's kind of a little trick that I like to use inside of my rockets with the rail system. I used to use just a, pipe in a bunch of oxygen that way, but I found that the oxalate method is on the rail is a lot better. And what are you doing? Are you confused, Nolita? You should be cooking something. Why are you not cooking? That's right, cook something.
So good and tasty.
Anyway, yeah, our oxygen's actually looking pretty darn good. Pretty darn good, yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure about these right here. I may move these over so we can put more oxalate, or not oxalate, aloe vera plants. However, again, like I said, we're not producing enough carbon dioxide to support these plants. So that in itself is somewhat concerning. I think maybe we might be able to turn some of these back into regular tiles, or at least wood tiles. I know this isn't super necessary to have a carbon dioxide trap for the food box, but we're just gonna leave that for now. Anyway, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna expand this out a little bit, and we're gonna support 4 Mammoths in this one. So we're gonna change this to 4, and then we're gonna see how big this room is. And it is, let's see here, 81 tiles. That's pretty decent size. That's enough for 4, I believe. And so we will probably do something like that, like that. And okay, so these guys, real talk, each one of them is gonna need 4 domesticated plum squash, if I'm not mistaken. So 44% of one, takes 9 cycles to grow. That's roughly 11% per cycle. And if these guys eat 44% per cycle, that means, 44 divided by 11 is 4. So we'll need 4 domesticated plum squash per Mammoth. So if we're gonna have 4 in here, I think we might be able to get away with just putting enough for 2 more, because we are wild farming all these random plum squash all over the asteroid, which is very nice. That way we can kind of conserve our ethanol reservoir down here. And what we'll do is we will just plumb in. What do we want to do? We could do a hydroponic, and if we do that, we're gonna have to plumb a pump in from down here, which I'm not too crazy about. So I think for right now we have plenty of dupe labor we're just gonna go with the regular farm tile. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll put ourselves in another door over here. Grab that with a B. We'll put a door right there, and I think this should keep our room fairly 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. Okay, we're still gonna be good on our size. So that'll be great. We'll get them to do that, and then we'll be able to put 4 here. So once those start hatching, they should come over here. 4 of these Mammoths, if they're happy and well fed and all that good stuff. So if you look at the reproduction change, it's 8% per cycle. So that means that each one will lay 1 egg every 12.5 cycles. And each egg, once evolved, can be turned into 28,000 calories of barbecue. So if we divide 28,000 calories by 12.5 cycles, we'll get roughly 2,240 calories. And if we have 9 dupes, that's 9,000 calories. We're gonna need a little bit more than 4 of these guys to support our dupes. So I think 4 of these Mammoths and then 1 farm of these flocks should be okay for right now. And we should be able to make this ethanol last for a while, since we're gonna be using a lot of these wild plume squash plants. And actually, we could probably come in here and start farming this one as well. That'll give us more, because I think it takes about like 12 of these per Mammoth. And I think over the map here, we have a lot. So, and I think maybe we might want to come in here and grab this one as well. Yep, okay, cool. So we have, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26. So we have enough for over 2, slightly over 2. In all honesty, we could probably just live off of the pike apple bushes. I think we might remove this. I started building another flocks farm up here, but I'm not sure that I want to do that. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna build ourselves a rail, and that rail is gonna go down into here. So let's see what we can do here. I don't necessarily want to ruin what we have here, but I think we will. We'll run this up here and we'll run it to there, and then we'll grab ourselves one of these. We're gonna make it out of this because I don't want to make it out of mercury. I think mercury has a very low melting point. So we'll do that. We'll get ourselves some power. Let's use the cinnabar ore. We'll do that, and then we'll put ourselves, let's go back to our shipping tab. We'll put ourselves a conveyor chute. So that way we'll be able to put any of our eggs from in here over there. Once this is built, we'll get rid of this floor, and then we'll add our farm tiles so they can just eat, you know, whatever they want from in here. And so I think they're gonna need 5 per ranch. So we're gonna need 1. We're gonna be able to remove the critter feeder. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm gonna wanna put another one of these over here. So let's just do the math on this again real quick. That's 5. And then we'll want to extend this to here. And I'm not sure that's going to reach all of it, so, we're going to have to put another one of these guys. And maybe we actually might want to move this over in between. So that might be a good idea. So this will come to here. So we're going to want to overlap that, because we're probably going to put some stuff over here. So we'll want to have this here, and then, yeah, so we'll be able to do that. So we'll be able to put another one here. So if we want to do something over here, we can do that as well. We might do some farming or something like that. But in the meantime, we will get rid of this critter feeder, and we'll get rid of, well, we'll leave that for now. And we're going to want to move this conveyor loader over. I think this is the halfway point. No, this is the halfway point. We're going to need to wait. We'll do that. We'll wait on this. Are we on the conveyor? Yes, we are. Okay. We'll do just like that. We'll set this at a higher priority. Actually, let's not do that just yet. We'll let them complete that. Oh yeah, and we're gonna want to plant our plum squash over here, and then we'll just copy that across. I have something in my way here. Oh, get out of my way. That should sort that out pretty much. And we'll do a little something like this. And next, we will copy this over to here. And then we'll get rid of all this. Just like that. And we're going to want to change these, obviously, to that. And even get rid of this. We're going to leave this here, just to kind of help keep the base cool for now. What are we looking at? We're doing okay, I guess. We're getting a little warm. We're still okay over here. We're going to remove these, and we are going to sweep them over to our little area here. I'm going to go ahead and uproot these. and plant them here. Maybe we can go ahead and get rid of these as well. Oh, actually, you know what? Now would be a good time for us to put our conveyor loader over here. And we'll go ahead and wire it up. Yikes. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, well, how about we change the location of this? I mean, it's a little cramped there, but I guess it'll do. Oh, well, I mean, it works out, because that way we can not have to dig those tiles up, because I really don't want to dig up any more tiles than I have to. He will be delivered over here shortly. Looks like we're doing nicely with our oxalite deliveries. See how we're looking. That's obviously putting out quite a bit of oxygen, so I don't know if we can really count that. How are we doing on calories? We're doing not great. All right, let's see what we have on the printing pod. Give us something good. We don't need that. We don't need actually anything right now. I think we're probably just going to pass on all of this because we don't need any of it. All right, let's see here. We can probably cancel that. We're going to want to harvest all of this for now because we need the extra food. You can probably go ahead and dig this guy out. Dig that guy out and go ahead and turn him into some barbecue. There's some barbecue. I think we're going to be okay there. Come down here and do the pike apple skewers. And we'll also do the frost buns, or ever. And I think between those we might be okay. I mean, oh, I didn't count those earlier. Okay, well that's 27, 28. We almost have enough for 3. Let's just cancel that, and we'll just leave it at that because I think that might be enough. Yeah, I know our calories are low. We're gonna be okay. See, I'm not sure I'm gonna do this wall here. I'm gonna leave this here for now. I don't think it'd be a good idea to insulate our base, at least not right now. So I think for the time being, oh, look at you. You got delivered. I think for right now, let's deconstruct this. Yeah, let's go ahead and up the priority here. This is probably putting off a bit of carbon dioxide, right? Is it? I don't know. I don't know if this thing produces... No, it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't really produce anything. It just puts off heat, which is fine. That's fine. That's fine. I think what we might do is we might move this off somewhere else. That might be a good idea. We might maybe put it over, I don't know. Where can we put it? Let's look at our temperature overlay. Maybe we could put it over here. We're gonna want to put it away from our base because we really don't want... But the problem is we have so many things that we're wild farming that it might be a bad idea. Where would we put it? If we want to put it somewhere, where would we put it? Maybe we could put it over here in this corner. That would be nice because there's a lot of hydrogen already over here. So that actually might work out to our advantage. Maybe we could just slide it up in here.
Slide.
Isolate it from our... Well, I don't know. I think we should leave it here for now. I mean, it's definitely not helping our temperature any. Let's go ahead and get rid of this as well. And then we'll add this. That way you can get unstuck. And I think that's our... Yes, it is. There's our carnivore achievement. And I think that's actually a great place to end this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. In the next episode, we're going to work on super sustainable. We're also going to be working on trying to make this base sustainable in this chilly environment. Let me know what you think. I mean, I'm still figuring this out. So if you have any suggestions, any tips on how I can make this sustainable and keep this base nice and chilly while maintaining our calories for our 9 dupes, let me know in the comments. One of my thoughts is once we get one of these planets available, it will build some rockets and we'll get over there and hopefully we'll get some steel. And so my idea is to use a little bit of steam turbine and thermal aqua tuner magic to temperature regulate our base. But if you guys have a better idea, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And until next time, friends, thanks for watching wherever you are. I hope you're having a great day and we'll see you in the next one.